Hello, viewers. This is Tender Teens Hub, and I am your host, Lindah Kiranda. Welcome to this amazing show where we inspire, we learn, we share, and we grow together. Today on the show, we are going to learn about the different types of parenting. And guys, let me tell you from my experience as a parent, because I have three children, but my firstborn is 13 years old. I first learned about something called different types of parenting 2 years ago. We had an issue with our daughter, and so we had to see a counselor, a psychologist. So when we were in the meeting with the psychologist, he asked us, each of us, each my husband and me, asked him separately and asked me separately, and asked him, how do you discipline your daughter? And also he asked me the same, and we both explained how we go about it. And so that is the first time he told us that our parenting style was different, and we got to understand that actually there are different types of parenting styles, and actually they are not just as this parenting style actually can affect the development of your child. So he advised us that when we were disciplining our daughter, we had to speak in one voice. It's not like the father disciplines and me, as the mother, I'm against the discipline. If it's discipline, we both have to discipline. We have to speak the same voice. So today we are going to discuss the four types of parenting styles that we have. So the first style we are going to look at is the authoritarian parenting. So there are four types. There's the authoritarian parenting, there's the authoritative parenting, there's the permissive parenting, and then lastly there's the uninvolved parenting. So we are going to start with the authoritarian parenting. So this style of parenting, the children are expected to follow the strict rules because the authoritarian parent is very, very strict. And when a child fails to follow such rules, the result is usually punishment. So, but as they punish, the authoritarian parent does not explain the reasoning behind the rules. So, if the child asks the parents, "Why are you punishing me?" the parent will probably say, "It's just because I said so." They don't give a good explanation to the child. So the authoritarian parent sets very high demands, and they are not responsive to their children. They also expect their children to behave exceptionally well and not to make errors. They provide very little direction about what their children should do or avoid the same mistake in the future. So if a child does any mistakes, they are punished. So the authoritarian parent is very, very harsh. So their children are left wondering sometimes, what did I even do wrong? So this authoritarian parent, obedience is key to them. It's obedience. That's it. That's what speaks to them. So the second type of parenting is the authoritative parenting. So they might sound the same, but they are actually different. So the authoritative parent establishes rules and guidelines that their children are expected to follow. But the authoritative parenting is a democratic parent. They are democratic. You can talk to them. They discuss with their children issues. They explain to them why they are being punished if they are being punished. They are responsive to their children. They are willing to listen to questions. So these parents expect so much from their children, but they provide the warmth and the feedback and adequate support that these children might need. So, and when the children fail to meet the expectations, these parents are very nurturing and forgiving. So they are not punished every time. So this type of parents now monitor and impart clear standards for their children's conduct. They are assertive but not intrusive and restrictive. And even if they were to discipline, their disciplinary action is very, very supportive. It's not punitive, it's supportive. Yeah, so the next, and I think among the four types of parenting styles, I think the authoritative is one of the best. So the other third type of parenting style is called the permissive parenting. So the permissive parenting sometimes is called as the indulgent parents. So this type of parents make very few demands for their children. They rarely discipline their children because they have low expectations for their children. And also, they don't have self-control. So permissive parents are more responsive. They are not than demanding. So they don't require mature behavior. And also, they are generally nurturing and communicative with their children, but often taking on the status of a friend more than a parent. So this permissive parent becomes more of a friend than a parent. So they allow their children to overindulge in everything. Whatever their child wants, they provide. They don't ask questions. They don't have limitations. They don't have boundaries. So that is the permissive parent. And so the third one, we have the uninvolved parenting. So the uninvolved parenting, this type of parent is also called neglect. Is neglectful. They neglect their duties. They neglect their children. Yeah. So they have low demands. They have low responsiveness and very little communication. So yes, these parents fulfill their children's basic needs, but they are generally detached from their child's life. So they make sure their kids are fed, they have shelter, but they offer very little or nothing at all in way of guidance, structure, rules, or even support. So in extreme cases, these parents may even reject or neglect the needs of their children. So that is the uninvolved parent. We have seen the uninvolved parent, we have seen the permissive parent, we have seen the authoritative parent, we have seen the authoritarian parent, and the latest research that has been done has included the fifth style of parenting, which is also called the over-involved or over-indulged type of parenting, where this type of parent over-indulges the children in everything, over-involves them in everything. So, but we have seen the four types of parenting that we have seen today. The best type of parenting is the authoritative parenting. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me today, and I think you have learned something new. And the Bible says, train up a child in a way he should go, and when they are older, they will not depart from it. So as we are continuing to train our children, let us also look at this type of styles of parenting. The counselor told us that in a home, the father and mother can have different types of styles. So you find it's a blend. It's a blend of maybe authoritarian and authoritative. You can blend. So I think as a parent, you should just sit and analyze and know what type of style is your parenting style that you have, and where are you supposed to make corrections, because it's possible you can actually adjust and change how you do it. So it's possible to to be an authoritative parent where you are not too strict, and also there are boundaries in the home, and so you train up a child in the way he should go. Thank you for so much for listening to me today. I've been your host, Lindah Kiranda. Kindly share, like, and subscribe so that we can create more content for you guys. Until next time, see you. Bye.